Hi, this is Interstellar Warrior. In this video I want to talk about giants, and I'm talking about the biblical giants in the days of Noah. They did exist, and what I've recently discovered is that people have been making videos about these giants. Photographs of giants have been taken all over this world, obviously fossilized giants. And people have made videos on YouTube, and you can find it on Google Images as well. And but I want to talk about these giants, and I want to read to you from the book of Enoch, the book of Watchers, and it explains about these giants, how they came to be. It gives a pretty good background. It goes into detail, and I want to read to you a little bit from the book of Enoch, and also I'll show you some images and a photograph that I took myself. Near where I live, it's a photograph of what could be a fossilized giant. But I will show that later on in this video. But first I want to read to you guys from the book of Enoch. So here we go. Okay, so this is chapter 6 from the book of Enoch. And it came to pass, when the children of men had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. And the angels, the children of the heaven, saw and lusted after them, and said to one another, Come, let us choose us wives from among the children of men, and beget us children. And Simjaza, who was their leader, said unto them, I fear you will not indeed agree to do this deed, and I alone shall have to pay the penalty of a great sin. And they all answered him and said, Let us all swear an oath, and all bind ourselves by mutual imprecations not to abandon this plan, but to do this thing. Then swear they all together and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. Okay, so these angels were called watchers. They were sent to earth to watch over mankind, to watch mankind. Basically to observe, to watch. And obviously they became tempted by the human women, and they gave into their temptations and chose wives and had sex with them. So let's go on to chapter 7. And all the others together with them took unto themselves wives, and each chose for himself one, and they began to go in unto them, and to defile themselves with them. And they taught them charms and enchantments, and the kind of roots, and made them acquainted with plants. And they became pregnant, and they bare great giants, whose height was 3,000 ells, who consumed all the acquisitions of men. And when men could no longer sustain them, the giants turned against them and devoured mankind. And they began to sin against birds and beasts and reptiles and fish, and to devour one another's flesh and drink the blood. Then the earth laid accusation against the lawless ones. Okay, so these giants, of course, they were so huge that they ate up all the food. And when they ate up all the food, there's nothing left to eat. They start eating people. It says here, their height was 3,000 ells, and I did a little research about ells, and L is about 45 inches long. And when you multiply 45 inches times 3,000 ells, that's 135,000 inches. So when you multiply, or when you convert that to feet, it's 11,250 feet. So some of these giants were incredibly tall. They're like walking mountains. So it's no wonder the people could no longer sustain them, because these giants ate so much. But they ended up eating all the food, and when they ran out of the food, they started eating the people. So let's go to chapter 8. Okay, and Azazel taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates, and made known to them the metals of the earth and the art of working them, and bracelets and ornaments, and the use of antimony, and the beautifying of the eyelids, and all kinds of costly stones and all coloring tinctures. So these angels started teaching them secrets that mankind weren't supposed to know. They basically corrupted mankind. Okay, on to chapter 9. And then Michael, Uriel, Raphael, And Gabriel looked down from heaven and saw much blood being shed upon the earth, and all lawless ones being wrought upon the earth, and all lawlessness being wrought upon the earth. And they said one to another, the earth made without inhabitant cries the voice of their crying up to the gates of heaven. Now to you, the holy ones of heaven, the souls of men, make their suit, saying, bring our cause before the Most High. And they said to the Lord of the ages, Lord of lords, God of gods, King of kings, and God of the ages, the throne of thy glory standeth unto all the generations of the earth, of the ages, and thy name holy and glorious and blessed unto all the ages. Thou hast made all things, and power over all things hast thou, and all things are naked and open in thy sight, and thou seest all things, and nothing can hide itself from thee. Thou seest what Azazel hath done, who hath taught all unrighteousness on earth, and revealed the eternal secrets which were preserved in heaven, which men were striving to learn. And Simjaza, to whom thou hast given authority to bear rule over his associates, and they have gone to the daughters of men upon the earth, and have slept with the women, and have defiled themselves, and revealed to them all kinds of sins. And the women have borne giants, and the whole earth has thereby been filled with blood and unrighteousness. And now, behold, the souls of those who have died are crying and making their suit to the gates of heaven, and their lamentations have ascended, and cannot cease because of the lawless deeds which are wrought on the earth. And thou knowest all things before they come to pass. And thou seest things, and thou dost suffer them, and thou dost not say to us what we are to do them in regard to these, and what we are to do to them in regard to these. Chapter 10. Then said the Most High, the Holy and Great One, spake and sent Uriel to the son of Lamech, and said to him, go to Noah, and tell him, in my name hide thyself, and reveal to him the end that is approaching, the whole earth, that the whole earth will be destroyed, and the deluge is about to come upon the whole earth, and will destroy all that is on it. So that is the reason why the Lord flooded the earth. It was because of these giants. They were devouring mankind. The watchers, the fallen angels, they corrupted mankind. So there's much bloodshed and lawlessness and sin going on. And the Lord didn't create this earth for giants. He created it for mankind. So the fact that these watchers had sex with human women and they produced these giants was not part of the Lord's plan, was not his design. So of course he created the great deluge, the flood, to destroy these giants. But I recommend reading the book of Enoch. Go to sacredtext.com. You can read the whole thing. It's very interesting. Now I'm going to go ahead and show some images here. Okay, yeah. So people have taken some great photographs, some great images of these fossilized giants. Some of you may think these are probably just natural rock formations, but some may be. But when you look at some of these photographs, it's pretty clear that that these are faces. I mean, you can see the brow ridge, the nose, the lips, jawline, the cheekbones. And it's crazy. Like some of the detail is crazy. And I recommend checking out this guy's YouTube channel called Mudfossil University. He's a scientist, and he has great evidence, great images and evidence that some of these rock formations are not just rock formations, that these are actually fossilized giants. I mean, some of these is pretty obvious. I recommend just doing the research yourself. And some of you may think it's just natural rock formations, But I think it's not. Some of these, I think they are fossilized giants. I'm sure some of you will agree with me. I also recommend on YouTube Victory Trumpet. This person has pretty good videos about these these fossilized giants. Check that YouTube channel out. I will put links to Victory Trumpet and to Mudfossil University, so you can check those out. It's very interesting stuff. And it's obvious that this is the result of the flood. These are dead giants. The Lord destroyed them with the great deluge, and this is the result of it. Some of these rocks are not just natural rock formations. I believe they are fossilized giants. And you can see the face, the side profile, the nose, the brow ridge, the eyes, the chin, the lips, the cheekbones. This one right here, look. His eye, right here, his teeth, or a tooth that's exposed right there. Some are skulls. Fossilized skulls. But the faces are apparent. It's just obvious. Look at this one. See the formation of the ear. This one still has teeth. His eye and his nose, but you can see the teeth clearly. Some of these have great detail. Skull. So lastly, I wanted to show you the photo that I took out here near where I live. I just noticed this recently. You can clearly see that here's the nose, eye. Here's an eye, brow ridge, lips, chin. Some of you may think this is just a rock formation. I think it could be a fossilized giant. I turned it counterclockwise so you can see the side profile of the face. Again, like I said, there's the brow ridge, here's an eye. It looks like a pupil too. Looks like it's a nose. To me it looks like a nose, lips, and a chin. I think it could be a fossilized giant. I'm pretty sure of it. Some of you, I'm sure, you're gonna disagree with me and say it's just a natural rock formation, but it has, to me, of human characteristics. Too many facial features, human facial features here. Here's a closer look. Like I say again here, this looks like an eye with a pupil to me. Here's the brow ridge. There's that nose, that big old nose, lips, chin. Here's a counterclockwise view of it. It's kind of creepy and freaky, isn't it? Well, folks, I hope you found this interesting. Please like or dislike. Please share and subscribe. And I will be making more videos for you soon. Take care, people. And remember, the truth will set you free.